Good evening. Thank you all for coming to this event where we can honor and recognize some amazing teachers that we have in District 11. My name is Nora Brown, and along with Jan Tanner, we're co-chairing the District 11 Crystal Apple Committee this year. We appreciate all of you coming to support and honor these teachers. What I'd like to do before we start is just recognize a few people that we have in the audience tonight. I'll announce them by group, and if we can hold your applause until the end of that group. We try this a lot. I've seen this. It never works, but I'm gonna. I have faith. It's gonna work. Tonight we have joining us from the Board of Education, Dr. Parth Malpakkam, President, Lauren Nelson, Treasurer, Julie Ott, Director, and Sandra Bankus, Director. Thank you all for coming. We also have from District 11 Administration, of course, our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Michael Gall. Okay, the rest will be a group. We have several area superintendents, Darren Joyner, Darren Smith, Sarah Scott, and Sherry Callback, along with other members from administration, Chris Odom, Tamara Acevedo. Oh, we also have Brandon Comfort. I'm sorry, thank you, I saw you come in. So thank you all for coming to honor. We have members of the Crystal Apple Planning Committee here, along with myself, Jan Tanner, Dr. Nicholas Gladich, a community member, Eddie Hurt, community member representing ERA Shields Realty, Jessica Wise, Executive Director, District 11 Engagement, and members who cannot be here tonight, Natasha Brandt from D11 Engagement, Diana Fitzsimmons, community member, and Rosemary Taylor, community member. I'd also like to recognize a special person who came tonight, Barbara Harris. She stepped down last year after 30 years of chairing this committee, and she's joined us tonight. So thank you very much for coming, Barbara. I'd like to recognize our major supporters. We would not have Crystal Apple Awards without their support. El Paso Council PTA, represented this evening by El Paso Council PTA President Jackie Lesh and District 11 Liaison Laura Jacobo. The PTA has been the primary sponsor of the Crystal Apple Awards since 1989 and raises funds through the sale of Valentine and teacher appreciation cards and buttons. The UCCS College of Education, this is the first year that UCCS has partnered with us, and we couldn't be more thrilled. Tonight, we have representing UCCS Associate Dean Dr. Katie Anderson-Pence. The Pikes Peak School and Public Employees Retirement Association, joining us is Gwen Giddens, representing the retirement group. Thank you for coming. The Foundation for School District 11, representing tonight by both Jan Tanner and myself, who are on that board. And then finally, Jeff Ingrum of Skate City is a personal sponsor of the program. We, of course, cannot do Crystal Apple without the contributions of District 11 Media Production Services. Derek Fisher is amazing, and he took the photos, prepared the PowerPoints and video packages for tonight, along with Allison Burrow, who's handling the social media. So thank you. All right, I think we're ready to move on. I'd like to have Mr. Michael Gall, Superintendent of Schools, come up to the podium for some remarks.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. It's really exciting to be here. First of all, I want to thank all the list of the folks that we just read off for the incredible partnership and support and the long, long, rich history of what Crystal Apple means to District 11. So how about another round of applause for all those? I want to highlight a couple of relationships that have been really integral to me this evening for the event. First, I want to recognize Dr. Jessica Wise and all of the engagement team. If you're out there, stand up or raise your hand. They're up against the wall over there. Anyone who is here on the Ent Center or the UCCS staff, please be acknowledged behind the booths with headsets on and doing all the things. This is our first time in this facility for this celebration. What we keep thinking is how do we continue to raise the bar on excellence to be able to celebrate excellence? And I think we've done that here tonight. I could not be more excited, particularly for our little icebreaker in the foyer. To be able to see Pikes Peak outside of the window is the view that every one of our staff members deserve, but to be able to celebrate it here at the Colorado Springs School District 11's partner in UCCS. We have a corner on the market in Colorado Springs that we're really starting to take advantage of. UCCS is in our boundaries. Colorado College is within our boundaries. Pikes Peak State College downtown campus is within our boundaries. Garden of the Gods is within our boundaries. We're going to start charging everybody else as they form those partnerships because they got to cross into our territory. So this is the beginning of a long, fruitful relationship with UCCS, and we could not be more excited on behalf of Chancellor Sobenet and all the other staff members that helped put this together. The other one I would really like to acknowledge, and it's really hard to see with the lights, but former Superintendent Dr. Nick Kledich is here. And Nick joined, I think he was introduced as a community member. I appreciate that. One, for the long, hard work and dedication to District 11. And then two, really standing in the space of how do we take the long-standing successful traditions of Crystal Apple Award and bring them into the vision of a new administration and a new board. And Nick served on the committee this year that really helped kind of bridge some of the language differences. And I think this is the fortuitous outcome of that relationship. So thank you, Nick, for your continued support. We talk a lot in the teacher world about recruit, train, and retain. And so there are two aspects tonight. Recruit, one of our winners is having a baby. So we're going to recruit that child at least to be a D11 child, if not a future D11 teacher. But I'll start on retaining, and then I'll talk a little bit about training. Retaining your staff is about celebrating your staff. Right? Every person deserves to get an attaboy or an attagirl for the efforts of what they put forward into whatever their work stream is. And what we ask of our teachers today is 10 times more than what we asked of our teachers just a couple of years ago. And will probably be 10 times more going forward. And so although this might feel small to individuals who are not here, I know how large it feels to not just the award winners, but to the nominees and to the family members that have joined them, and particularly to the staff. I see the high fives going around, I see the little stories. This is what District 11 does that's different than what other districts do. This is why we're the heart of the city, because we lead with how much that we want to be able to celebrate our staffs. The other thing I want to talk about is this idea, I said recruit, train, and retain. The training part. The skills and the successes of every one of these teachers is going to be shared briefly in their comments here. But we need to start this idea of a best practice repository. What is it that these 6 teachers are doing that has elevated their work to the space that they deserve and are celebrated in the way they are tonight? How do we learn from that? How is it that what is happening at Midland in one classroom will happen in more classrooms at Midland? How is the same thing happening for Scott? How is it also happening at our Wasson campus? How is that happening at Jenkins? And I think I'm short one more. Shout it out. Edison, at Edison as well. How is it that those schools now all immediately learn and take one little tiny piece of this crystal apple and spread it through the building? And then we're training all of our teachers while we're celebrating our teachers in the same breath. The other thing I'd just like to touch briefly on is the importance of our shared vision. When I think about the thousands of students that have been impacted by these 6 award winners and these dozens of nominees. Chris Odom's out there somewhere, so she's gonna do my little call and response here in a second for me. The main strategy in District 11 is the #1 way to student achievement is And so what we have here are 6 and dozens of examples of the highest quality instruction. I would be remiss if I didn't stand here and reflect upon my own experiences in life, because our teachers here tonight are touching thousands of children, and I've done this before and I'll do it again. I read through the teachers that impacted me every year in my public education life in North Brunswick Township in New Jersey. New Jersey has 500 school districts, because every municipality is a school district, if you want to talk about consolidation opportunity. But I went there from kindergarten through 12th grade. I went to full-day kindergarten, because in the East Coast, you believe in education, and you were investing in full-day kindergarten in the 70s. That's how old I am, and we're just about 5 years into full-day kindergarten here. But I like to just talk about the teachers and what they meant to me, because what you should be hearing when our teachers come up and are celebrated today. Think about all the different little versions of tiny kids that are going to grow into bigger kids, that are going to grow into be superintendents and other leaders that are also going to remember their work. Mrs. Lobato in kindergarten, Mrs. Benninghoff in first grade, Mrs. Lobato again in second grade. I got lucky, she liked me so much she moved up a grade to make sure she could teach me again. Mrs. Lobato brought an acoustic guitar to the classroom, and she used to sing the song, Michael Rowed the Boat Ashore, and I really thought that she wrote that song for me. She did not. Mrs. McCarrow, which is my third grade teacher, which is a completely different change. I still have a bald spot right here, because she used to carry me to the principal's office by those little tiny hairs in the back of your ear. And what I remember from Mrs. McCarrow is she said to me that I would exceed my potential. She taught me not to meet my potential, but to exceed it. And that's why she took me to the principal's office all the time. Miss Malik, who I always knew if she was at school or not, because she drove a really cool black Corvette. And so when we walked to school, you could see if Miss Malik was going to be there or not. Miss Hilge, who reminded me all the time that when in 5th grade, when I would say, "Hey, Mrs. Hilge," she would say, "Hey is for horses and Mrs. Hilge is my mother, and there's your seat, so sit on down." Mrs. Mandel, we did elementary school through 6th grade, and Mrs. Mandel taught me a couple of 3 and 4 syllable words. One was gregarious, one was loquacious, and I think she might have stuck in obnoxious once or twice, but she certainly expanded my vocabulary. Mr. Wojciechowski, my 7th grade science teacher, I still have in my home right now my 7th grade science project, which was to design a space station. I shared that with some of our executive staff when we had a chance to meet. And I carry that with me all the time. Miss Venuti, my 8th grade social studies teacher, it was an election year, and boy, I couldn't wait to turn 18 and figure out how I could vote, because she let me realize that the power of every single vote would go on. Frau Herman, who was my 9th grade German teacher, who we just called the Frau. And I got in trouble with the Frau because I got caught passing a note. Now the good news is I wrote it in German, but the note that I passed was "Wir machen Hupsmusik zusammen," which says, "We can make beautiful music together." And the girl I passed it to handed it to the teacher, because I'm not so sure she appreciated that. Mr. Palazzo, my 10th grade English teacher, really stretching the idea of understanding the power of literature and that we should read the classics, which I still read today. Mr. Rahal, who was my calculus teacher, who taught me Toa So Ka, which I still remember for how I do all my angles for tangent, cosine, and sine. And then Mr. Franson, who was my AP biology teacher, because Mr. Franson understood that I needed to be motivated the day before I left for the Air Force Academy. And he motivated me in a way that most people might not understand, but remember, I am from New Jersey. And so what he said to me at graduation is, "I'll see you in 3 weeks." Because he was challenging me that he didn't know if I was tough enough to stay at the Air Force Academy. And I remember every day that I wanted to quit at the Air Force Academy, I didn't, because I didn't want to prove Mr. Franson right. And I came back at Christmas, and I went out and saw his class and spoke to his class. And he said, "You know, I only did that to make sure you'd stay." And I said, "You know, I only stayed because you did that." So the power of teachers goes on. It is infinite. I'm 57 years old, and I just told you a story about every one of those teachers, and I can tell you a different story about every one of them. The power of teachers is real. It resonates. It lasts forever. We could not be more excited to be able to celebrate them all tonight, and I'm going to turn this back over to the staff for the next step. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Katie Anderson-Pence. I'm the Associate Dean in the College of Education here at UCCS, so welcome to my backyard. It is my honor to present the names of the nominees to you today. Myself, I'm a recovering elementary school teacher, so this honor is especially special to me. So tonight, we gather to honor the teachers in Colorado Springs District 11. And their excellence in teaching, to celebrate those whose dedication and passion have made such a tremendous impact on the lives of their students. It is often said that teaching is the profession that creates all other professions. I would have to agree with that. And indeed, it is through the tireless dedication, passion, and unwavering commitment of teachers that the world continues to progress and evolve. Teachers have the remarkable ability to ignite a spark within us, to instill in us a thirst for knowledge, and to empower us to reach our fullest potential. They do not teach us just facts and figures. My own area is elementary mathematics, so shout out to all you math teachers. They also teach us how to think critically, how to solve problems, and how to navigate the complexities of the world around us. But perhaps most importantly, teachers teach us the value of empathy, of compassion, and kindness. They create safe and nurturing environments where every student feels seen, heard, and valued. They inspire us to believe in ourselves, to dream big, to never give up, and even in the face of adversity. So to all the teachers gathered here tonight, and to teachers everywhere, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your boundless passion, for your unwavering commitment, and to your relentless pursuit of excellence. It's not easy to be a teacher right now, we know that. But tonight, we honor the exemplary teachers in our community. Let us celebrate their tireless efforts, their countless sacrifices, and their profound impact on the lives of students who have the privilege of passing through their classrooms. So congratulations to all of the deserving Crystal Apple nominees and awardees. May you continue to inspire, empower, and uplift those around you as you strive to make a difference in the lives of our students in the world. So thank you. So now I'd like to invite Dr. Gleditch and Eddie Hurt to join the folks on the stage. Thank you. So we are also honored to have past recipients of the Crystal Apple Awards joining us tonight. If you are a past honoree, will you please stand so we can recognize you? Thank you for continuing to support this program in your schools and within the district. Also, thank you for your dedication to teaching our students. So we are very pleased when nominees attend this reception because of our celebration of excellence certainly includes them. We are pleased when schools celebrate their nominees by attending the ceremony, and we know that the nominees very much appreciate all the time their colleagues, their parents, students, and former students took contributing to their nomination packets. So, when I call your name, nominees, please come forward to receive your recognition. Your schools will also be receiving a poster announcing you as a Crystal Apple nominee to place in your schools. Woo! Celebrate that, yes. So, principals, if you're here, please see us after the ceremony and you can take the poster back to your school tonight. So to begin with, we have Sarah Berryman. Sarah is a reading interventionist, K-5 at Monroe Elementary School. She supports small group settings with effective instructional strategies to meet the needs of individual students. Her principal at Monroe, Carol Wilson Fry, identifies Sarah as an exemplary educator demonstrating creativity and innovative teaching methods that have a positive impact on student outcomes and engagements. Susan Bragg. I'll read Susan's bio. Susan is an alternative education teacher serving students in credit recovery for grades 9 through 12 at Achieve Online Digital High School. John Bailey, her principal, defines her competency as a mentor and department chair. By continually guiding and training new staff members, always willing to pass on her amazing traits and skills as a master teacher. Sandra Briggs. Dr. Briggs is a secondary math teacher, and department chair at Mitchell High School, where she teaches grades 9 through 12. As a department chair, she is responsible for rebuilding a comprehensive, robust mathematics program for Mitchell. Principal George C. Smith explains, Dr. Briggs' effort improved positive outcomes for our Marauders. Zachary Cooper is not here. Zachary teaches concurrent enrollment for 10th through 12th grade social studies students and a college level course while doing an intensive practicum to be a secondary principal. He is teaching and mentoring at Odyssey Early College and Career Options. Zach's principal, Stacy Miller, details his abilities as a teacher that actively seeks ways to improve his practice, make positive contributions to the greater school community, and to supporting students. Joanne Davis. Joanne is also a math teacher at Achieve Online Digital High School, serving students in grades 6 through 12, ranging in age from 10 to 8 years old. Her principal, John Bailey, recognizes Joanne as a tireless worker who has always strived to meet the needs of her students, and is one of our primary tutors, which has her spending 2 nights a week after school, tutoring and mentoring our most at-risk students. I apologize in advance for mispronouncing any names. Christina Dipinski.
Dibzinski.
I apologize. Okay, there you go. Christina is a kindergarten teacher at Helen Keller Elementary. Principal Brisbane writes, Christina goes above and beyond to enhance the overall school experience for students, staff, and families. Alan Ehring. Alan, an 8th grade math teacher and department chair, brings a unique blend of managerial and motivational skills to the classroom at North Middle School. He wears many leadership hats at North. His building principal, Stephanie Leisure, praises him by saying, Alan is, you're going to test me on this, Alan is indefatigable, there's your 5-syllable word. In his outreach to students, he teaches a broad gamut of math achievers, challenges their students, and scaffolds for those who need it. Kelsey Eberhardt. Kelsey teaches 4th grade at Freedom Elementary. According to Rochelle Williams, principal at Freedom, Kelsey's dedication to meeting the diverse needs of students, her collaborative approach with colleagues, and her contributions to a positive school-parent community partnership make her an excellent educator. Jeremiah Fowler. Jeremiah Fowler is the band director and instrumental music teacher for grades 6 through 8 at Holmes Middle School. Jeremiah's principal, Anthony Kerr, highlights the pivotal role he has at Holmes as an exceptional educator who has left an indelible mark on our school community, and his ability ensures that every student is provided with the support they need to excel. Tina Gray. Tina's lessons are engaging, rigorous, clear, and effective, according to Russell Middle School's Middle School Principal Dave Du Bois. She is an 8th grade math teacher at Russell and is deeply committed to education and excellence. Kathy McNeely. Kathy McNelly, I apologize, the early childhood teacher and early childhood special educator at King Elementary, has a deep understanding of child development. Students are excited to see Miss Kathy when they walk through the door each morning. Previous students and parents stop by the classroom years after their student leaves preschool, writes Tammy Kruger, principal at King. Next one on our list is not here, Charmin Newmeyer. Charmin teaches business, marketing, accounting, finance at Doherty High School. Her passion for fostering a love of learning is incredible, creating an environment where students not only acquire academic knowledge, but also develop practical skills essential for their future endeavors, according to Doherty principal Lana Flanagan. Kayla Perkins. Kayla is a 6th grade language arts and 8th grade social studies teacher at Sabin Middle School. Her principal, Daniel Carger, writes, Kayla has a unique ability to bring people together, fostering collaboration and teamwork among students and colleagues alike. Our next nominee is also not here, Ann Shargle. Ann is a 5th grade teacher at West Elementary School. In her classroom, she has taught students with a wide range of educational needs, both academically and emotionally. Carolyn Graham, West's assistant principal, says every single student in Mrs. Shargle's class feels loved, supported, and that they belong. She believes in all students. Laura Sibley. Laura, an ELL resource teacher and interventionist at Fremont Elementary, is admired and respected by everyone in the school, according to Principal Tracy Squires. Laura writes, I think the most important thing I do is believe in the students and their ability to learn and grow. Carrie Smith. Carrie, teaches 4th grade at Carver Elementary. Her principal, Lisa Bizzle, writes, Carrie sets high expectations for her students and lays the educational foundation for her students to be successful. She is the backbone of Carver Elementary. Next 2 nominees on my list are not here. Nicole Sendermeyer. Nicole is a kindergarten teacher at Wilson Elementary School with over 20 years of dedicated service and education. With many outstanding qualities, her principal, Sheridan Hirsch, explains Nicole's dedication and determination by familiarizing herself with curriculum, collaborating with peers, and supporting the larger change efforts of the school. Kaylee Vasquez McFarland teaches at Trailblazer Elementary School, educating kindergartners, 1st graders, and 2nd graders. She enjoys creating standards-based units that inspire youth to embrace the community they live in. Her principal, Ken Phil, says Kaylee continues to develop ideas that enhance our school and our district and is a patient, knowledgeable, and caring adult who helps students feel safe and successful each day. And last but not least, Lindsay Walsh. Lindsay is a 3rd grade teacher at Halbert Elementary School. She enjoys facilitating an engaging classroom learning experience through organized lessons, strong classroom community, and collaborative learning opportunities. Toby LaFear, principal at Halbert, says Lindsay's preparation for teaching is evident in her time and focus when she plans and how effortlessly she puts those plans into action through her teaching. Many congratulations to all of our nominees.
Right. Thank you, Katie. We appreciate the partnership we have with UCCS, and we hope it's going to continue for many, many years. Before we get to the Crystal Apple winners, I just want to give a brief description of what the award is. The Crystal Apple program is sponsored by Paso Council PTA and is administered by a committee made up mainly of community volunteers. The award is a tribute to quality teaching and provides examples for outstanding youth to encourage them to choose teaching as a career. The nominators submit applications addressing 3 key areas identified as contributing to an excellent teacher: being able to address the needs of all of their students, collaborating with their peers to raise the level of teaching within their schools, and engaging families and the community to be partners in our students' educational experience. Applications are reviewed by a panel of community judges, no one currently having children in the district or working for the district. 6 winners were selected, 1 from each of the 5 district areas, and 1 chosen at the judge's discretion. As you might imagine, it's a very tough job to pick 6 out of the 25 amazing teachers we had apply this year. Winners receive a Crystal Apple plaque and a $500 grant that they can use for something that will impact the students in their classroom. Their schools also receive a banner to hang at their school to proudly announce their excellent teachers. The long list of names included in the program at the end are people for whom donations were made in their name to the Crystal Apple Awards program through a Paso Council PTA. Now I'd like to introduce Lindsay Jensen, a news reporter for KOAA TV News 5. Lindsay is a multimedia journalist with KOAA Channel 5. You may have already spoken with her in the last year as she focuses on education stories within school districts and universities in Colorado Springs and Pueblo. She truly loves making lasting connections, finding solutions, and how this job gives her the opportunity to learn something new every day. Lindsay moved here from Washington State, where she was born and raised in Seattle and attended Washington State University. Welcome, Lindsay.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing tonight? Woo! Let's get the party started. I think we need to level up the hype tonight, for sure. Let's start with a joke. I mean, that's always fun. What do you call a square that had a bit of an accident? A rectangle. That's a good one, I must say. And you know, I've actually been reading a book about anti-gravity. It's so interesting. I can't seem to put it down. My dad is a king of dad jokes, and he has been sending me one every day for the past few years, so I have a lot. It is truly an honor to be here tonight and celebrate everyone here in District 11. I've done multiple stories with teachers, leadership, staff, including increasing test scores, implementing future centers, and going to Veterans Day weekend assemblies, just to name a few. And every time I speak with any individuals at D11, it is very known how well and common goal all of you have to share as every single teacher, staff, leadership really wants to teach, inspire, and invest in kids in our communities. So I believe everyone here is a winner. And we would just like to kick things off. Let's do another round of applause for everyone here. Welcome again to the 2024 Crystal Apple Awards. Alrighty, so I am so excited to announce the first winner we have for the Crystal Apple Award, and it's going to Christine Baldwin, the English language learner teacher at Midland Elementary. Welcome.
Right next to me, Christine Miss Baldwin has won the Crystal
Congratulations.
We wanted to take time out this morning to recognize Christine Baldwin, the Crystal Apple recipient for this school year. So let's give her a big round. Good morning.
I just want to say congratulations, Christine Baldwin, our EL teacher here at Midland Elementary. She's an amazing teacher who builds community every day in her classroom, and we're so proud of her.
Come on up, Christine. Come on up, Christine. You are always making an effort to care for students in and outside of your classroom, connecting on a personal level to ensure the well-being of every student, big and small. She leads the literacy unit for grade 5 and brings multicultural events to life for all. Christine shows up for her kids by going to birthday parties, concerts, and even games. She's known for always brightening the room with her smile, lending a helping hand, and making every family feel welcomed. Give it up for Christine. Congratulations. His hand. Oh, I'm so sorry, you're right. Go ahead. Sorry, they didn't tell me either. Steal the show.
I don't need to steal the show. I still feel like I did in that video when my dear friend Hannah Shaw lied and got me up in front of the assembly, and but I forgive you for that. This room tonight is filled with so many amazing and remarkable people, and those who give every day of their hearts and their minds and their hands in their classroom, and then they give some more. And then there are those here tonight that are standing beside those and supporting them with love, and I thank each and every one of you for what you do and the heart with which you do it. So many extraordinary people doing extraordinary things, and I am incredibly humbled and grateful to be among all of you. Thank you. As I stand here, it confirms to me how blessed I am to be part of the world of education and District 11. I think that there is something very special about all of our schools, and I think that we know that. I want to thank our district that works every day to make sure that all of our kids matter and that we are allowed to do what is best for kids and the support we receive from them so that we can empower and equip our kids to go out and make a difference in our world. To the Crystal Apple Award Committee, please accept my appreciation and my gratitude for your work and dedication, providing an opportunity to recognize and honor some of the many, many educators that we have in our community. I have a lot to be grateful for. My family will always be at the top of that, and that's led by my husband, who 37 years ago told me, if you follow me in the Air Force for 20 years, which that's totally engineer math because it was really 25, he said, I'll then support you in whatever you want to do. So Patrick, I hope that you know that how much I appreciate you and how grateful I am that you've been forever by my side with love and encouragement, reassurance, and no surprise, an abundance of IT support. They're not here tonight, but I need to mention a trio of women at Lew Wallace Elementary School in Albuquerque, New Mexico, who a long time ago, about 35 years ago, welcomed a new young teacher under their wings, and they've kept me there to this day. Everyone needs true mentors who really care and are committed to lifting up others and walking together. And I hope everyone in this room has Aletha, Kathy, and Terry in your life. Here in this theater are some of the most amazing and committed individuals that I know, my principal, Karen Newton, and all of my Midland Elementary School family, and you can hear them because they're very passionate and they're very supportive. You all inspire me every single day with your genuine love and dedication to give your best to our kids, and you are
hugely the reason why I love to come to work and why I get to do what I do. Thank you for letting me be part of you. I am so proud to be a Midland Mustang. And a lot of our kids have some pretty big challenges outside of our building. And they know inside our building they are loved and they are safe and they are going to be better people when they walk out. Hannah Shaw, please know how much I appreciate your work and your hard efforts and your kindness in putting together my nomination book. You're amazing at whatever you do. And then Chris and Mary are from the district CLDE office, and we are a small little department, but we're mighty, and they do amazing things along with Nicole to support all of us that we can do what we get to do. I do have a confession to make. I was never supposed to be a teacher. I knew that I wanted to help other people where I could. I wanted to share hope and support, be kind and genuine, and help other people to come to believe that they were capable and worthy of great things. And really the only reason I ever wanted to do that or thought that I could is because other people had done exactly the same thing for me. I was a young military wife, and I was trying to figure out how in the world my professional life and my personal life were going to fit into the military's plan for my family, because hopes and dreams don't always have a place in the moving box with a uniform. But in my mind, I knew that I needed to figure out what I wanted to do and who I was, not just what I wanted to be. Everything I thought I liked and that I was drawn to always led to education. So after countless conversations with my husband, he's the one that actually convinced me, you're an educator. That's what you've always done. So yes, honey, you were right. I was in college and a roommate gave me a poem, and it wasn't a very sophisticated poem. It was called Bits and Pieces. And it really illustrated to me the journey of a person and the impact of every encounter and experience and person along the way, the good and the not so good. And every step touches us and becomes part of who we are, our story. So that is me in my life, and certainly my professional career. I went from wondering how one might establish a teaching career along with a very mobile military lifestyle to the tremendous gift of now looking back and realizing that all of that change, brought an incredible gift, a wide and beautiful collection of people, places, and experiences, opportunities that I could share and pass along to other people, especially my students. My career path has not been probably the traditional one, but our district and our people, and especially our students, have now become my forever home. My goal is, and always has been, to help my students and their families know that they're valuable, capable, and worthy, that they have a voice and they have a place. I've been gifted the opportunity to be part of their learning journeys and a lot of their life journey, something I'm very humbled by and I will never take for granted. I often tell my ELL students that they are extra smart in a special way because of their language, their culture, and their backgrounds. I would like to tell all of you, they're extra courageous, they're determined, and they're hopeful, probably more than any of us will ever realize. There's a Spanish proverb that says, "Dime con quién andas, y te diré quién eres tú." It means, tell me with whom you walk, and I'll tell you who you are. We become who and what has touched us, and almost always there's some good in what we walk away with. I'm incredibly grateful to be included in a room with all of you, with such truly incredible people that live every day to serve and give and care so deeply for other people. My hope is that anything I continue to do will honor the spirit of District 11, as well as the heart of all my fellow Crystal Apple nominees and recipients, past and present. Thank you so much.
One more applause for Christine. Oh my goodness. All of y'all are awesome, cheering and making everyone here feel so welcomed and supported, because that is so important in this teaching role, especially I see in District 11. We are going to move right along. I'd like to hear all of you give it up for the next Crystal Apple Award winner, Carla Moore, a 5th grade teacher.
Everybody's here. What is going on? And I'm so proud to announce that you are a 2024 Crystal Apple Award winner.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow, how did?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Wow, I don't know what to say. I'm usually not speechless, but thank you so much. I'm so grateful. My students have no idea what's going on.
I know.
Do you know how hard it's been for me not to say anything?
Congratulations, Carla Moore. I just want to add, on behalf of the Scott team, our congratulations for you being selected as a Crystal Apple winner. Congratulations for that. We greatly appreciate your work in the classroom, all the extra things you do, like Veterans Day, Patriots Day, our backpack program, taking care of student council needs for so very long. Really appreciate you, and congratulations. Enjoy your celebration.
I did not want to follow Christine. You're amazing. Darren Joyner, I was speaking to him earlier, and he said, pretend like you're in the Grammys. So I'm going to channel my inner Beyonce, I guess, to get through this. I've been in School District 11 for 22 years. I've been teaching for 29. I am beyond humbled to be here with you tonight. First of all, I want to thank School District 11 and the Crystal Apple Committee. I would love to thank my fabulous coworkers, Susan Strizich and Virginia Stewart, for putting my Crystal Apple book together. I've had the pleasure of working with Mark Peterson and Donnie Thomason for forever. I was thinking, all together, we've taught together like 60 years, just together, like 90 some odd years all told. And I mean, we're old, but I think we're still making a difference, so I'm really proud about that. They are my family. They are my brothers. They're some of my best friends, and I'm so thankful to work with you every day. I would like to thank Scott, my amazing boyfriend. I know it's hard for people in education to try to understand what we're going through, but he pretends every day that he does. And he is beyond supportive and loving, and I am so blessed to have you in my life. My parents, Carl and Sharon Moore, are here from Oklahoma. If you know me, you know I'm an Okie, Boomer Sooner. My mom is a former educator. If you know anything about me, they obviously had the patience of Job to get me to where I am today. My mom was an educator. I saw the joy that she brought into education every single day. We kind of joked about it. I don't remember saying this, but I wasn't quite sure what direction I wanted to go in, and I said to my mom, I can pass out color sheets. I'll be a teacher. Well, little did I know there's a lot more to teaching than passing out color sheets. But Mom, thank you for your passion and dedication to teaching. You've really been an excellent role model to me, and I love you guys very much, and I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. My D11 journey began 22 years ago. I was teaching in Oklahoma. Loved being from Oklahoma, but I was ready to get out of Oklahoma, and I was deciding between Texas, no, Longhorns, boo. But anyway, I had visited Colorado Springs on a trip when I was a teenager, and I loved it here. So we had a snow day in Oklahoma. That's very rare. I was like, I'll get online and fill out an online application. I filled out an online application. They called me the very next day and said, oddly enough, we are going to be in Dallas, which is 2.5 hours from Oklahoma City, this next weekend. I met them there. John Griego, if you've been in the district for a while, offered me a job on the spot. I got an in-district contract, so within just a few days, it was fate. District 11 has been my home away from home. I joke around with my parents. I was a 28-year-old delicate flower when you dumped me off in the middle of Colorado Springs and drove away. If you know me, I'm not a delicate flower. But It's been such a gift. D11 has been a gift to me. They have been my family, my home away from home. My very best friends work at my school. I am so passionate about Scott Elementary School. I love it. And this is my, like I said, 29th year teaching. I probably only have a year or two left. I'll be honored to finish it up at Scott. Like I said, it was fate being at Scott. I want to be known for things other than excellence in education and academics. I think that that is of the utmost importance. When I started 29 years ago, I thought that that was really the only thing that mattered. I came from a home of educated people, and I thought you had to get a degree, and then you had to get a master's degree. You have to be good people in these days and in time. And I think to me that's more important than anything. What I want to be known for when I retire next year, I mean, it's great to be honored for excellence in academics, but I started a backpack program several years ago. I took a group of student council kids to Care and Share, and I looked over and I saw a student inconsolable, and she articulated to me that she didn't have enough food to eat. They didn't know if they were going to have what they were going to have for dinner. That's not my reality, but I saw hers. And Scott Elementary School, although we might be, you know, in the upper echelon of D11, we still have our issues. So I formulated a backpack program 8 years ago where we send home food on the weekends with children in need. But luckily, thanks to a gracious gift from McKinsey Place, I've been granted $35,000 in which to buy food, clothing, gift cards, gas money. So those are the things I'd love to be known for. My father's a former Air Force veteran. He flew jets just like Mr. Gall up here. And so another thing I'd like to be known for is the fact that I do a Veterans Day assembly every year and I honor our veterans. I try my best to reach out to our community. I think that that's really important in this day and time. Student leadership is really, really important to me, empowering students to be the best that they can be as far as people are concerned. Is my 3 minutes up? No! Yeah, no, okay. I could sing Beyonce. No, okay. Thank you so much again for this amazing honor. I've seen coworkers get it, and I thought it was just something I would never aspire to have, and I'm beyond grateful. So thank you so, so much.
Carla again at Scott Elementary. Her patience is what others admire about her, with a true gift to teach students with severe behavioral concerns. She knows how important family life is for successful learning in the classroom and beyond. When Carla started the school's student store, Halmart, like she mentioned, she reached out to a family she knew was in need of baby food when it was donated at the food pantry. Not only do many students stay in touch with Carla after they leave Scott, but they also become teachers of their own because of her. Give it up for Carla. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do next, I'm gonna call the next winner up. I'll do a brief, we'll watch the video, we'll do a brief bio, intro of them myself, and then they'll do their speech. So next up we have Shane Mulligan with our Crystal Apple Award winner.
El Paso Council PTA and the District 11 Crystal Apple Committee. We're very proud to announce that you're a 2024 Crystal Apple Award winner. You all think he's the best teacher?
And where do we want to go right now? Outside! Thank you, I appreciate it.
To Shane Mulligan, I just want to tell you how much we appreciate everything that you have done here at Madison for years and years and years. I think about how there are entire groups of siblings who would talk about their best experiences at Madison are in Mr. Mulligan's class. I think you've done an amazing job at challenging students, keeping them engaged, and you, almost more than anyone I know, go above and beyond for Madison, as evidenced by our greenhouse, our mulch project. You are just pretty amazing at what you do, and we are all lucky to have you here at Madison Elementary. So thank you, Shane Mulligan. Congratulations, you deserve this.
And Shane Mulligan, as a STEM teacher at Madison Elementary, Shane reaches out to teachers to help facilitate science and math, hands-on learning. He's known for his humor, advice, teaching real-world problems, and making every student feel comfortable. Shane is usually the first to volunteer his time. He established the school's recycling and composting programs, built the school's greenhouse, yes, he built it, and as well as helping get funding for sports equipment and the playground. Let's hear from Shane.
I first have to thank Carla Steen for lending me her readers. I'm assuming we're going to get a mulching program going now, so we need some kind of way to grind up the actual limbs and stuff that we're going to have donated. I'd like to first start off by thanking the College of Education here at UCCS, El Paso County PTA, Jeff Ingrum, all of the sponsors that put on this wonderful program. I'm humbled and honored to be chosen. There are so many D11 teachers that are just as deserving as myself, if not more. I'm fortunate to have a school and a community who care and appreciate what I bring to the school and is willing to go above and beyond to make me look much better than I actually am. When I started as a kindergarten teacher 22 years ago, my goal was pretty simple, never to be the teacher that had students leave kindergarten pretty much hating school. Always be the reason that they wanted to be there. I'd like to apologize to those kids. I didn't necessarily know a whole lot about teaching back then, and it was pretty easy to entertain 5-year-olds into thinking the most basic concepts and skills were amazing. So I just didn't, the more you're in education, the more you know you don't know. So there's 2 reasons that I've been able to become an impactful teacher and fill my teaching tool bags over the years. The first is basic. I'm an inquisitive person by nature. I like to learn new things, and I like to find ways to apply those things as much as possible. This has always made me equip myself with some of the highly effective teaching practices that you need to have. Knowing the practices is pretty easy. Using them takes effort, energy, and consistency. Yeah, it takes being on stage all the time. When kids in my class learn, it's not because I'm the best teacher with all the strategies, it's because I'm willing to put forth the effort required to implement them. I'm willing to do it consistently, day in and day out. And I'm willing to be on stage even when I don't feel the best, when I have low energy, or I'm dragged to a concert the night before. Luckily, my wife and I are at an age where weeknight concerts may be something of the past, and hopefully that includes Yacht Rock Review. The second reason is because I'm very fortunate to have teammates and colleagues who have been positive peer role models, who have shaped and molded me into becoming a better person and subsequently a more impactful teacher. They have taught me how to be more empathetic, a better listener, more creative. They have taught me how to be an effective communicator, to be adaptable, to be patient. They have taught me how to be more deliberate in my approach, developing lessons and checking for understanding. They have taught me how to build deep and meaningful relationships with not only students, but colleagues as well. This is something I'm still working on. I have attended 1 happy hour and 1 staff Christmas party in the last 8 years. So I don't necessarily think I'm doing very well on that. I used to believe that an impactful educator was an innovator and a thief. They developed creative, innovative ways of engaging and teaching kids, or they stole ideas from other people. But now, because of the valuable experiences with colleagues and students, I believe that an impactful educator is a collaborator and a showcaser. You surround yourself with highly talented teachers and showcase what they have inspired in you, and you have learned from them. You collaborate with and showcase your students who come to class and want to learn how to ask questions, identify solvable questions, explore ideas, create models, evaluate whether solutions work, and explain their understanding. Having students like this makes staying late to school to prep, buying supplies with your own money, finding new ways to integrate real-life problems into unique integrated ways for them to dive into is extremely easy, but also exhausting at times, but it's always worth the effort and energy. So I am the teacher that I am today because of those students and colleagues like Nancy Redford, Tandy Burke, Sue Osborne, Shirley Stevens, Mary Jo, Amber Martello, Bill Dallas, Abby Matheson, Kristen Smith, Charlene Francis, Tina Graham, and Carla Seen. Also because of my principal, Darian Latimer, who pushed me into the STEM program, and also for not getting very upset at me when I decide to do something first and then maybe ask later. I would like to say I'd work on that, but I don't think I have a very good track record of that either. And then, of course, my wife, Sandy Mulligan. Anyone who is married to a teacher can attest that it's nearly impossible for teachers to leave school at school. So I've had 19 years of collaboration to glean all of her knowledge and strategies. And I hope someday when I meet somebody in the district not to be, oh, you're Sandy Mulligan's husband, she's wonderful. So maybe they'll just know me as Shane Mulligan. So these are individuals that, these are not the only individuals who have helped me shape who I am as a teacher and a person today, but they're the ones that I've had the privilege to have deep, meaningful, close collaborations with and showcase their talents. So thank you.
Give it up for Shane. Alrighty, everyone. Our next Crystal Apple Award winner goes to Lolita or Lo Willis Wilson, second grade teacher at Edison Elementary.
April Fools, Mrs. Wilson, this is not a kickoff assembly for testing. Mr. Romero, hit it. Mrs. Wilson is our Crystal Apple Award winner!
Well, I never expected this to happen. My heart is beating so fast. Thank you all for everything, for what you said about me, wrote about me, even though it wasn't true. I'm just kidding. I appreciate everybody here. I love working at Edison. I love being a teacher. It was a passion since I was little, trying to help my brother out in school and just wanting to help others learn. That's always been my passion. I just love to see the success, whether it's big or small, in everybody. I love all of you. Thank you so much.
Lolita is one of the most compassionate, dedicated, loving teachers I've ever run across. Her compassion for our students reaches no bounds. She has spent 23 years here at Edison Elementary, educating students, their parents, and all of extended family. We love her beyond measure, and we are so proud of you, Lolita. Congratulations.
Colleagues call Lo Wonder Woman. Former students call her the GOAT, greatest teacher of all time. Lo never lets any child fall through the cracks, no matter their barriers or challenges they may face. She shows how much she cares by calling home often and checking in, ensuring every kid's success does not stop at school. Her confidence is contagious, especially while teaching kids how to ride a bike every week at Bike Club. Let's hear it for Lo.
Can you hear me now?
I thought I was going to be the last one to speak, so I was like, yay, I thought they were doing ABC order. And I was like, no, that's not fair. Because I'm a W, and I do backwards ABC order in my classroom sometimes because I know how they feel, being a W at the end of the ABC order. I want to first give thanks to God, who is the Lord of my life. And without him, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing what I am right now. Those lights are so bright, I guess. I'd like to thank the committee, my staff at Edison. Edison rocks. Can we do that? Edison rocks. You said let's get the party started, so okay. Love it. I can't sing like Beyonce, I'm sorry. Yeah, my staff, my family. My husband wasn't able to make it tonight. Our daughter, she's in California, she couldn't make it. But my son is here, and my granddaughter, Crimson, they flew in from Arizona. So, and he is a former Coug. That's what when you said that, he was like, go Cougs. So I don't know if you heard that. Anyway, I don't know what they said about me, but they might have said that I talk too much or I talk too loud. Psych, no. I try to stay out of the limelight when I'm at school. I just don't like to be, in the limelight. So I think this was a setup. So they can get me up here to speak. Yes, I want to, can I give an avid cheer? Do you mind? We're an avid school, so I wanted to give an avid cheer out to all the nominees and the winners, because I know it was hard for them to choose the 6 people, and I'm humbled, honored, and blessed to be one of those people chosen. So do you mind if I give them an avid cheer? No? Okay. Marty, you want to give him a 24? He's a former Marine. I was in the Air Force, so we always mess with each other because he says in the Air Force, everybody's lazy and they don't do anything. So Mr. Gall, he's got my back. All right, so this is called the 24. My interest in teaching began back in Louisiana. Any Who Dat fans out there? Hey! So yeah, it started back there. I was born to the late Alan and Dolores Guillory in Louisiana, Iota, Louisiana. I lost my mom when I was 3 years old. There was 11 of us. So we had all kinds of teams, a basketball team, a football team, and we had some subs. So, and yeah, we were a big, happy family. We stuck together a lot, and we still do. It was like 7 girls and 4 boys. And my career started back then when one of my brothers, who was 2 years older than me, he was an epileptic. And in school, they thought back then they thought he was dumb because of his seizures. And so they put him in special ed, and he just went down from there. And so I would help him at home, I would tutor him. He was very smart, because a lot of times I'd help him with stuff, and he would tell me the answer, and I'm going, oh, you do know this stuff. But he just wanted to give up because of how they saw him at school. So I would tutor him, and it started from there, and I thought, I liked helping people. I liked helping my teachers in the classroom. And every time they would turn around, I would go to the whiteboard and erase some of their handwriting, and then I'd write it over again, practicing my cursive, and they didn't know that. And I also have to tell something that I did, and if they knew that I did this, I might be in big trouble, because I know forging is like a crime. So in 7th grade, I had these 2 teachers, and I remember all my teachers, and that's another reason why I wanted to become a teacher. They were Miss Phillips and Miss Jenny, and I would practice their signature until I got it to be perfect. And one of my cousins, they would lose their lunch tickets. And so he saw me doing that, and he said,
hey, they called me Lita back home. He said, Lita, can you get me sign a lunch ticket for me? And I said, oh yeah, I was all excited. You know, I'd do that. So I knew how to do their signature. So I'd sign their name, and then he started telling all of the friends. And so everybody started coming up to me, and I was like, and now I'm looking back going, gosh, I could have gone to jail for doing that. But I was proud. I thought I was helping people, because that's what I like to do. So it started there and helping my brother. I'm not good at speaking, so please forgive me right now. So, I mean, I know I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I got to say that right now. When I was in school, it was in Louisiana. There was 79 graduating seniors in our class. And I didn't see an opportunity to go to college because we were on welfare, and I said, college is not for me. I took the SAT, and I thought, I'm not even going to try, even though I had good grades in school, because I didn't see the opportunity. And being an Avid school, they say we're trying to close the opportunity gap by letting all kids know that they have the opportunity to become whatever they want to become. That was where I thought, nope. So I decided to go into the Air Force. And from there, they told us about the GI Bill. I didn't know what the GI Bill was. All I know is that they told me they would take money out of my paycheck. I was only making about $400, and they said, we'll only take $1. And I said, no, I want my dollar. I want all my money. So they were like, they kept asking me. I kept saying, nope, you're not going to get my dollar. And then somehow I ended up signing, and I'm thankful now that I did because it paid for my college. So I was like, okay, I guess that dollar didn't hurt me as much as I thought it would. I did the Air Force, and I was raised by my grandparents. And when I got into the Air Force, again, here I was a helper, because there were girls in there. You have to have your hair short, and there were girls who had long hair, and they wanted to cut their hair off. And so they saw me braid my hair, and I ended up braiding everybody in my squadron. I ended up braiding all of their hair. And that's where I learned about teamwork. And I know teamwork makes the dream work. So it paid off for college, and I was able to go. After that, I took a 2-year break, and then I decided, nope, can't sit here and do nothing. So I decided to become a teacher, and that was in New Mexico. So I went to New Mexico State, and I taught there for 4 years, and then we moved to Colorado. My husband had a job transfer. And when he said we're moving to Colorado, I thought, Colorado? I don't even know where that is on the map. Why are we going to Colorado? So we moved here, and I've been here ever since 2000. And I've been at Edison for 23 years. I love it there. I love the staff. I've seen, like she said, kids, their grandkids, parents, and I even have people coming in with babies, and they're like, are you going to still be here? And I'm going, oh, I don't know. They're little, they're young, So, I mean, if I am, I am, and if not, I just love that school, and I love the community. And I'm always there. I try to help out wherever I can. And I want to personally thank my leaders, Dr. Kevin Willis, Mr. Potter, Mrs. Moore. Thank you for helping me and guiding me in the right direction. Dr. Willis, for making me get up and speak in front of people when I didn't like to do that. And Mr. Potter and Mrs. Moore. My teammate, Micah Hudson, of 10 years. Thank you, Micah, for being there for me. There's a lot of good people there, a lot of good people in my life. I don't know. I was like, yeah, I'm like her. I was going to take a minute and try to cry and say, that's one of my minutes, okay? Kids think that we're superheroes, that we have everything solved, but we don't always have it. And so I try to teach the kids, to accept everybody, and we try to celebrate differences, and we try to build those relationships to where they want to come back and they want to come and see you. I've had some come back and visit me. Ms. Wilson still here? Still here? I'm like, yes. I'm one of the ones that is still here. A lot of them have gone, so it's so good to see them all the time, and especially the ones that you're like this with. Those are the ones that come back, and they say thank you, and it's like, oh my gosh, you really did, grow up. And I've had them under the desk, hiding under the desk, throwing things at me. I hate you. I said, that's okay. I love you. It doesn't matter. And all in one day, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. I'm like, okay, we're just going to keep on working. And then the next day, Miss Wilson, I love you. I'm like, oh, okay, that's good too. So yeah, so they think we're superheroes, but they don't know that we all have issues. We all have our problems, and we try to keep that from them. So I just wanted you all to know that. I have my note cards. My son used to tell me, Mom, you have to have 3 jobs in your lifetime. I said, oh, okay, mom, wife, teacher, that's 3. And so he said, no, Mom, you have to get another job. And I said, no, I don't want to get another job. I love teaching. And so after about 5 years, I thought, I think I should pass that, because we're the doctor, we're the nurse, we're the secretary, and you know, that's 5 or 6 different jobs. So I said, yay, I met that quota. So of being, having 3 different jobs. And then when the kids come to you, when you have all the kids and they have their little issues, and about, like I said, about 5 years in, I thought, I can do this, until I started hearing all these other ABCs added into the alphabet, the ADHD and the ADD, and I'm like, what is all this, and where did this come from? When the kids tell you, Miss Wilson, I didn't have my medication today. I'm like, that's okay, I didn't have mine either. So we're going to be good together. So, yeah, and all that, and I thought, okay, maybe he's right, maybe I do need another job. But I hung in there, and I'm thankful that they put up with me, all the stories that I would tell. They're like, Mom, I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to tell somebody. But all the stories that I told, I'm glad that they sat and listened to me and put up with me. I'm grateful for what I do. I'm grateful for the people that I work with, the community that I work with. And I just wanted to say, if there are any young candidates out there for teaching, hang in there, you can do it. Just be attentive to the students, treat them all equally, let them know that they can all be successful in their lives, and that's all I have to say about that. And now you know the rest of the story. Thank you.
Hear it for Lowe. I do have to say that 24 chant at Edison, man, that's a hype song, man. I might need that every morning, my goodness. Let's keep the party rolling. And our next Crystal Apple Award goes to Kelsey Deal, a 7th grade math teacher at Jenkins Middle School. She could not be here tonight, so her colleague, Kristen Klingerman, will be accepting her award, but let's look at a video quickly.
Probably wondering what we're doing here. On behalf of El Paso Council PTA and the District 11 Crystal Apple Committee, we are very proud to announce that you're a 2024 Crystal Apple winner. Thank you. We also have a banner for the school that will be hung up so everybody will always know that your teacher received this wonderful award.
Kelsey, congratulations, you're an Apple Award winner. We are so proud of you. Representing Jenkins Middle School, you are an amazing person and an amazing teacher. You are a leader in every sense of the word. You're running the math department. You're part of the culture team. You're also supporting your grade level, leading that as well. You are amazing in your relationships with adults and also with students. We hugely value you and all that you do each and every day, using data to drive instruction, caring about the kids, making learning exciting and fun. We are so happy for you and excited for you. Congratulations.
teacher, always coming up with various learning styles for her students to understand the material best, and always making students feel important. She truly found a way of making learning math fun. But her expertise goes beyond the classroom, as she also coaches girls and boys track. Kelsey is super positive, prioritizes mental health needs, and always seems to be cracking jokes with kids. Let's give it up for Kelsey. All right, we're gonna hear from Kristen. Come on up.
Yes, as you can tell, I am not Kelsey Deal. My name is Kristen Klingerman. I'm a teammate and a friend of Kelsey and a 2018 Crystal Apple recipient. I'm here to accept her Crystal Apple, and she is within minutes of giving birth. So let's send Kelsey a lot of love and support. From the words of Kelsey here. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, and distinguished guests, I am deeply humbled and profoundly grateful to receive the prestigious Crystal Apple Award. This recognition is not just an honor, but a testament to the collective efforts and unwavering support of everyone who has been part of my teaching journey. First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to the Crystal Apple Committee for this incredible honor. To be recognized among such esteemed educators is truly humbling, and I am deeply appreciative of this acknowledgement of my contributions, hard work, and sacrifices made to make a difference in students' lives in our Jenkins and D11 community. I am immensely grateful to my students whose curiosity and enthusiasm inspire me every day. It is through their eyes that I find purpose and passion in my work as an educator. I am endlessly thankful for the opportunity to guide and nurture them on their journey through their middle school life. As we know, not every day is a walk in the park, especially in middle school. But each day there's at least one moment that impact is seen or true laughter is heard, like when they share the newest slang terms, so I cook instead of sell. And then they laugh at me as I figure out how to use the terms correctly. Through teaching mathematics, I have found a way not only to impart knowledge, but to also instill critical thinking skills and problem-solving abilities. Yet beyond equations and formulas, it is the relationships created in the classroom that truly enrich the learning experience. Creating an environment where students feel seen, heard, and valued works to foster a sense of belonging and trust that transcends mathematical concepts. Math, basketball, and silent ball are essential to our classroom and games the students beg to play every other day. Math basketball makes math fun and teamwork essential, while silent ball is for those last 3 minutes of class when you just need a little bit of silence to make it through the day. This is what makes teaching worth it every day, helping students feel loved, heard, and seen while teaching key concepts. I would also like to extend my gratitude to my fellow teachers and colleagues whose steady support, collaboration, and friendship have been instrumental in my growth and development as an educator. Together, we have created a community within Jenkins that makes it a family. From karaokeing on our breaks, to going to bread-making classes together, to sitting and planning together, and everything in between, there's a level of support and love that cannot be replaced. To my mentors and role models, thank you for your guidance, wisdom, and encouragement. Your insights have shaped my approach to teaching and learning, and I am forever grateful for the lessons you have taught me. They have shaped me into the educator that I am. Additionally, I would want to express my deepest appreciation to my family and loved ones for their endless love, understanding, and encouragement. Through all the tears and laughter, because if you don't laugh, you cry, your unconditional support has been my rock, and I am eternally grateful for your belief in me. Teaching is not for the faint of hearts. Without you all, I'm not sure I would have made it this far. Side note, when Kelsey was receiving the Crystal Apple Award, her husband was FaceTiming her dad so he could be a part of it. However, her dad thought she was going into labor. Instead, he got to see his daughter receive this wonderful award. It is love and support like that that make a difference in Kelsey's teaching career. Receiving the Crystal Apple Award is not just a recognition of past achievements, but also a reaffirmation of my commitment to the teaching profession. As I stand here today, well, I stand here today, as she did today, she is reminded of the profound impact that educators have had on shaping the minds and hearts of future generations. With this award, I am inspired to continue striving for excellence, pushing boundaries, and making a positive difference in the lives of those she is privileged to teach. Once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for this incredible honor. I am deeply touched and profoundly grateful. Together, let's continue to change lives, ignite passions, and empower the leaders of tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you again, Kristen, for accepting that award on Kelsey's behalf. Let's give her a congratulation from afar applause. And our final Crystal Apple Award goes to Andrea Aragon, who has been teaching as a family and consumer science at Odyssey Echo.
On behalf of the Paso Council PTA and the District 11 Crystal Apple Committee, that you're a 2024 Crystal Apple winner. So we've all benefited from the presentation and the food that your students have prepared, and so even though the students are fantastic, you get there through the support and guidance of a wonderful teacher like Miss Aragon.
Hello, I'm Stacy Miller, the very proud principal of Odyssey Early College and Career Options. We are so fortunate to have you, Andrea, as one of our teachers. You are truly an exceptional teacher and embody everything that this award represents. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And your students, thank you, and your Odyssey family loves you.
While giving a taste of what a career in culinary arts could be, Andrea ensures every student feels capable of learning new skills and working with others. She has made lasting partnerships in our community and with local restaurants, often bringing chefs to classrooms. Andrea invites students to read menus and try recipes to improve their literacy and creativity. Andrea has given Echo and D11 state and national competition wins and recognitions. One parent says their son, Anthony, finds his safe space in her classroom during his free period, and was even inspired to join the school's Pro Start culinary team. Let's hear it for Andrea.
All right, well, good evening, everyone. It's May. To state the obvious, but in education, it is a season that has much more meaning. It is the stress of realizing how much time we have left compared to our to-do list. It is the excitement of celebrating accomplishments and graduation, and it is the sad goodbyes to our seniors and our staff retirees. It is also the countdown to summer and planning for next year. We love planning. All of this is done and felt with passion. As educators and public school professionals, our heart is in our schools and in our classrooms with our students. Thank you, El Paso Council PTA and Colorado Springs School District 11 for honoring the teaching profession and recognizing classroom teachers. Congratulations to my fellow Crystal Apple Award nominees and recipients. This honor recognizes not only teachers, but the schools that support them. It provides a platform to share our classrooms and schools. My platform is CTE, Career and Technical Education, specifically Family and Consumer Sciences, which includes ProStart and FCCLA, Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America. When I moved to Colorado Springs 12 years ago, I realized that D11 had an exemplary CTE department district-wide, which remains strong today. As a family and consumer science teacher in the hospitality pathway, I teach culinary arts at Odyssey Early College and Career Options on the Wasson Academic Campus. Career Pathways was a visionary program created to provide CTE access to all high school students in D11. One of the highlights of CTE is that our programs and classes extend beyond the four walls. It takes a village, and no truer words can be said about teaching and mentoring children and young adults. Thank you to all who have supported my professional growth and our program. Through our village, over the past 11 years, hospitality pathway students have traveled from California to Washington, D.C., and through the support of the Pikes Peak Lodging Association and the Pikes Peak chapter of the Colorado Restaurant Association, D11 students have interned at restaurants and hotels and have been mentored by some of the top chefs in the region. The student experience beyond the classroom is supported by the D11 CTE staff and our Odyssey Echo staff. Our principal, dean, office staff, and teachers support colleagues and students daily. Our program's success is a grassroots effort, and Odyssey Echo is truly unique. Thank you to my principals, Stacy Miller and Karen Vest, for the nomination. One of the treasures of the Crystal Apple nomination was receiving letters of support from my principal, esteemed colleagues who are here this evening, Angela Banfield, Annie Friesma, Brittany Hardy, industry partners, parents, and students. For those of you that know me, you know how important my family is to me. You saw them in the video. Thank you to my husband, Reyes, for always supporting my work, and to two of our kids who are in the audience this evening, Annalisa and Dion. That 4-year-old is doing good over there. You are the best grocery shoppers a culinary teacher could ask for. To my parents who were not able to be here today, I just want to express my thanks to them. My mom has been a teacher for 47 years and is still going strong. We all want her energy, for sure. To the future teachers in the audience, my advice to you, and we are so excited that you are here, and we are so excited that, to see you hopefully in D11. Find your passion. Learn that a yes and no are both appropriate answers to opportunities. Remember that your teaching career will have seasons. Some years you can give more at work, and other years you may not. Find your work person, someone you can talk to, bounce ideas off, and supports you, who knows you, may even end up with the same name as you, and a hashtag if you're lucky. Remember where you came from and all who helped you on your journey. Shout out to my home state of New Mexico. Heard some New Mexico State and Albuquerque references today. Be genuine. It is one of the greatest compliments I have received. Learn from your students and take the time to build relationships. And when you've made it to the top of your mountain, or someone has graciously nominated you to be there, remember to pay it forward. Thank you.
One more round of applause. I think she hit it right on the head when, that emotion really comes out with teachers and their village supporting them behind. And it's so incredible seeing everyone here tonight supporting one another and it just shows how much of a family D11 truly is. And we'll just give one big round of applause for those winners, nominees, family and friends all here tonight in celebration. Thank you again for having me tonight. I'd like to wrap up this ceremony and introduce Jackie Lesh, El Paso County PTA President, for our closing remarks tonight. Thanks again. Congrats.
Can we give one more round of applause to the Crystal Apple Committee, Mr. Gall, and the D11 board members? Next week is National Teacher Appreciation Week. It's a week that was started by National PTA years ago because PTA wanted to ensure that teachers receive the recognition and thanks for all they do that impact the lives of our children. That makes this the ideal time for the Crystal Apple Awards and the perfect program for El Paso Council PTA to sponsor each year. Educators, you are the unsung heroes. Everyone remembers that one teacher who made an incredible impact on their life, whether they helped you figure out a passion, get through a tough year, or simply provided a shoulder to cry on. Teachers, you work tirelessly, educate, inspire, and guide us. As parents, we send our kids to school to learn about reading, math, science, history. Along the way, they learn how to get along with others, how to do teamwork, learn about themselves and their world. And we hope that in their journey, they have inspiring teachers like you. Not just teachers that help them learn, but excellent teachers to instill a love of learning and a thirst for knowledge that will carry them through the rest of their lives. A teacher who opens the world of endless possibilities and challenges them to create and dream. On behalf of all parents, our fellow educators, and the community, we applaud you for your hard work and passion. This is a night for us to give a piece of hearts to you and thank you for your dedication to all you do for our kids. I hope you enjoyed your tribute tonight because it was well deserved. Let's give a final big round of applause for all of our Crystal Apple Award winners and nominees. One last moment, our winners, if you could come to the front of the stage after the program, for anyone who would like to congratulate you, we will have you come up front. Thank you all for coming tonight, and I hope you have a safe trip and a journey home. Thank you.